Hold on. Go.
Are we live?
We are live.
All right.
We are super live.
First episode. You excited, bud?
Oh, I'm super excited.
Great. I'm not. All right. So just want to do a quick introduction of what we're about. We're Idiots POV. So POV meaning point of view, right? Point of view?
Yes, point of view.
Okay. Just got to make sure. So we're two idiots that want to talk about just different issues that men typically go through. So mental health being the forefront. A lot of men, including myself. I don't know about you, Anthony, you too.
Oh, yeah.
Mental health, it's like a current thing in a man's life. How to be a man, talk about relationships, faith, how that matters to us. We talk about music, lifting. Obviously, I look more fit than Anthony. That's an ongoing thing between him and I. So that's just a broad topic that we want to talk about. My name is Caleb, and we got this guy on a hat. I don't know what your name is.
My name is Anthony. What up?
I like the enthusiasm. All right. So the topic that I want to talk about is the I'm all right. I want to actually start with that. So usually when we get into a conversation with people, and as a guy, something's going on. Like behind the curtain, behind the scenes, obviously we show up front. And when someone asks you how you're doing, the immediate answer is I'm all right. But I guess like to start with, like why do you think it's hard for people, like especially men, to kind of own up to that? Like what's the natural like first thing that comes to you when you say that?
Like when I'm all right?
Yeah. When you're actually not, right?
Yeah. Like the first thing that comes to mind is like you're a man. You have to,
right.
You don't show emotion. You don't, you just handle it. You have to go through life. You handle your stuff, and you have to be strong. And the problem with that is that like a lot of the times men are not all right.
Right.
But we're perceived to, or we're called by society to always be all right.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a problem.
Was that how it was with your family too? Or was that just the society? So when you say society, is that like how the media tells you how to act, or is it just how you were brought up too?
It was mostly how I was brought up, honestly, because when I was 18, I told my dad, like, I don't feel all right. Like, I don't feel in the right headspace, or I feel depressed or sad or anything like that, right?
Right.
And so when we were, without going into like too deep,
it
was the response is, well, be a man.
Right.
And I didn't realize what that meant until shit hit the fan real quick, and it kind of like suppress it.
Right.
Like you don't show fear, you don't show emotion, you just go through it and deal with it.
Just bottle it up, right?
Yeah. That's not good for anyone, really.
Right. So how much of it do you think is important for men to actually bottle it in though? Because obviously when something's slightly inconvenient, you don't go like, oh, like I have a problem, right? So like to your like standard, like where's that threshold? Like do you have a threshold, or is it just case by case, you think?
I think it's both, honestly. Like, so it's a tough thing because it all depends on the person or the man's mental state.
Yeah.
Right. So like some men will have a weaker will than others,
right,
which is perfectly fine. Like that's everyone is different. But for me, it's like if it's a small inconvenience, or if like something takes me back, and I was like, what the hell? Then I just deal with it and move on. And but if it's like something depression related, right? Then we need to handle this shit. Like we need to talk about it.
Yeah.
But a lot of people don't realize that.
Right. like I think I struggle with that a lot too, and I've gotten a lot better. But I think it's important that like that threshold is the reason why I think that's important is like when you get to that threshold and you are able to open it up and you get better, then the next time it happens to you, then you're more capable of handling a lot more. So that means when you say you're all right, like maybe you're all right up to the point how much you were able to withstand until that point, and then you sort of mature out of that, and then the next time like you have a little bit bigger bowl to sort of handle life. Like does that?
Yeah, like you're basically saying like your experiences make you increase your capacity for being all right.
Right.
Yeah, and that happens over time and with your experiences. Like for one extreme example would be like a death in the family. Like you're not all right. But as a man, you're called by society and depending on your family dynamic to be all right, because you have to be the strong one of the family.
Yeah.
And it's not always good. But at the same time, you have to be strong for that family.
Right.
Yeah, it's a tough thing to gauge, I would say.
Right.
There's a lot of days, like if we're gonna go into the mental health right away, there's a lot of days where I'm all right. It hits hard.
Right.
I don't know about you. Like, how are you with the I'm all right scenarios?
I think I'm I'm pretty open when it comes to a lot of things. But I do leave myself a buffer. I do eventually open up to people when I have an issue, but I have a bad tendency of like when something happens to me, like I sort of take a step back and I gotta like take some time on my own until I sort of figure it out in my head before I like just tell other people about what I'm going through.
Yeah, and it's with that though, like there's a certain extent that you go to, right? Like you don't just completely isolate yourself. Right? Like, well, you're lucky that you have Logan, like your German Shepherd. So you can just leave and take him to the dog park.
Yeah.
But like do you have an example of a time where you were just all right and then you just were not?
Yeah, I think going back to like that like mental health thing, like I did like I struggle with depression for a bit, and I think that's actually pretty common in men, just naturally, just having that kind of tendency of feeling like you're not worthy and all of that stuff and all of that toxic kind of mentality. And back then, when someone were to ask me like how I'm doing, I'd just be like, I'm okay. But like I don't know, it's weird because me admitting that I'm not okay sounds very not manly. But I think if you just say, "Oh, I'm not okay," and then you just leave it at that, that's actually not manly, and that's why I think that way. But if you actually admit it and trying to figure out a way to get out of it, like that's what I think makes someone manly. Not the fact that they opened up about the fact that they're not all right, but the fact that they're willing to acknowledge that something else is going on and you're trying to like do something about it, like essentially, right?
Yeah, and so when you admit that you're not all right, do you feel like does that make you a weak person? Like do you feel like you're
I
I'm
think so.
inadequate?
Yeah, I think so. Unless they need a little bit more time, um, maybe even just admit that, oh, I just need more time to think about it. But if they're just cowering behind, oh, I'm all right, I don't think that's necessarily a manly thing to do. Like admit that you have an issue and do something about it, right?
Yeah, like that.
Yeah.
And it helps a lot, like when you have those people that the circle or that support group that you can go to and talk. Like you and I talk on a regular basis, right?
Yeah.
Whether it's faith, relationships, uh work, like stress. I don't think we really talk much about mental health though.
No, not on a daily basis.
But it's really good. I don't know about you, but for me, like when we talk about stuff,
Yeah.
and there's days, I don't know if you noticed, but there's days where like I'm all right.
Mm.
And just talking to someone, even if it's unrelated to the situation that you're just all right about, it
Right.
helps.
Right.
And I don't know if a lot of people have that in their life.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
unfortunate.
Yeah, it is. It's important to, like you said, like take a walk. Like if you got a dog, like go take him out for a walk and just don't stay in the one spot like all the time, because like how are you gonna get out of it if you don't see things in a different perspective, right?
Yeah,
So
and
it's
it's like there's a time where like I lost my job, I lost all my side business deals,
right.
and then the girlfriend at the time wanted to break up,
Yeah.
and like shit hit the fan.
Yeah.
I had all these emotions going through, and basically I didn't want to do life anymore. Like it was just I'm done.
Yeah.
And it was weird because everyone that I talked to at the time is like they don't want to hear that.
Right.
You just got to be all right. You just got to move on. You got to keep pressing forward and deal with
Yeah.
your shit. Problem with
Yeah.
that is it eats at you. Like
Right.
like it festers and then it grows and it's like a parasite.
Yeah.
Fortunately, but
Yeah.
uh, I think a lot of men need to talk,
Right.
but not be a baby about it. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
there's times where people are like all up in their feelings and all that stuff, which is fine to an extent,
Yeah.
but there's a limit. Like be intentional with what your problem is instead
Right.
of crying about it.
Right. Right. Yeah, I think there's a big difference between like me going up to him and be like, "Yo, Anthony, like this is what I'm going through," and I feel sad about it, and
Mhm.
um, this is what my emotions are. That's not being a baby. But if I'm like, dude, like I can't, like, oh, I can't.
Oh my life, it sucks. Oh, I can't.
That
I don't want to pay my bills. Well,
I'm
tough
actually
luck.
used to you saying that.
Fuck you.
In that way.
Oh
That's
yeah,
what I meant.
that
Yeah.
exact way. Just
Yeah, yeah.
uh...
Usually you have more tears around your eyes, but I'm okay.
You're so nice to me. You're so nice.
You're welcome. Well, but seriously though, like I think it's just like admitting to the fact that, you're human. Like you're gonna have emotions, and just admit to that. As long as, like you said, like the intention is to do something about it, other than like if you're just gonna cry for help and I don't know, do nothing about it, then that's
That's
like just being a baby.
yeah, like that's the exact thing. So like I
Yeah.
think men are afraid
Mm.
to talk about it because they don't want to sound like that baby, that
Yeah.
scenario, right?
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
it's interesting because
Right.
all you have to do is say, "This is what I'm going through. This is
Right.
how I'm feeling.
Yeah.
I need help." Not,
So
"Oh, life sucks." Like,
so it's so the problem is part of the problem is communication then, right? Like how men communicate. Like that's one of the issue why men don't know how to open up, because they don't know how to convey what they feel.
yeah,
Do you think that's basically what it comes down to?
that's a really big component of it.
Right.
Like there's that, but then there's also like there's studies with feminism where the man is put down in relationships because the woman
Yeah.
has like the higher paying job or
Right. The upper hand. Yeah.
yeah, or like being
Jeez.
gaslighted.
Yeah.
And then there's statistics that men are more verbally and emotionally abused in relationships than women,
Yeah. Yeah.
but we're called to be the man.
Right.
And it's like,
So Yeah, I'm sure we will have a little bit more like time in the future to kind of talk about this, but why don't we then do like a short thing? So let's say I'm gonna give you a scenario,
Okay.
like a bunch of problem that typical guy goes through, and then you're gonna have to talk to me about that as if you actually have that kind of, just kind of like an exercise for you to communicate what that emotion is like, so that maybe we have a better sense of what that communication looks like instead of just talk, because just talk doesn't really give you a lot of tools, right?
Oh, like practical examples. That's pretty cool. Let's do
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah. All right, so okay, let me think about this.
Put you on the
Okay,
spot.
Anthony,
Yeah.
you have lost all your hair beginning to the back. Okay, that's just what happened. You just gotta admit to that. And then your girlfriend, she cheated on you. Okay,
Because I'm
with
bald?
while you were balding.
Oh, while I was bald. I'm in like
Yeah.
transition. Okay.
So yeah, so you caught her cheating with a guy that you disrespect. Like you don't even like this dude, and he's like a scrawny dude that doesn't even do anything, right? So no respect. No respect. And then your boss calls you up
Okay.
and then tells you that you're not doing enough. Okay? Pretty stuff like this could happen to someone, right?
Yeah.
And then finally, your bank calls you and says, you forgot 2 payments. Now your credit is 500.
That's
And you're
seems
stressing
rough.
out
Yeah. Fuck.
because you wanted to save up to buy a house, but now you have to save up a lot more for the next 2 to 3 years. Now you're depressed. And you got to communicate that to me. How do you do that?
That's a lot. Like people would actually. Okay. All right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm. I need to think about this one. This one's gonna be difficult. Because
Well,
you don't want to like lay everything on like the balding is whatever, like it
yeah.
happens.
Yeah.
um Bank payment, uh that's gonna sting a little, it's gonna hurt, but you'll get over it. So I think, yeah, like, okay, I got it.
Okay.
So today I found out that, like, I gotta tell you this because it's bad.
Yeah.
uh I walked in after work after a really, really shitty day.
Yeah.
My boss told me I wasn't doing enough. And
Yeah, that's tough.
yeah, man. And it's it's getting to me. And then on
Yeah.
top of that, I came home to see my, like, come home to my girlfriend, and
Okay.
she's she's fucking some dude that is like the size of my
Really?
leg. Like, I threw him out.
Yeah.
And I took her clothes and told her to get out of the house.
That's rough, man.
Yeah, I don't know what to do. I don't really know where to go from here.
How does that make you feel? Like, are you okay?
I don't know. It's I think I'm in shock, really. I don't really know who to talk to about it. Um I'm hurt. I would say I'm pretty hurt.
Yeah.
And I don't know, man. I don't know what to do. Like, I feel like I'm gonna lose my job. Like, my girlfriend's cheating on me. Like, I don't know how long she's
Mm-hmm.
been cheating on me. And
Mm-hmm.
but I love her. At least I think I do.
Yeah.
I don't. Do you have any advice? Like, I don't.
Good. That was
Right?
good. Yeah. That was real good. So instead of you saying I'm all right, what you, just to kind of break down what you did, you first thing that you did was to lay out what the situations are. So laying out what the facts are. And then you went out by talking about individually what you feel about them. and then you admitting that you don't know what to do. Like that's sort of the approach that you took.
Yeah,
which is
that's what I usually do.
Right.
Like bills, like whatever. It's money. You'll figure it out.
Right.
And with what was the other one that was not really a concern? Oh, balding.
Right.
Like, yeah, it's gonna suck, but you have more important things to worry about. Like your girl's cheating on you, and your boss is coming down on you saying you're not doing enough work.
Right. Right.
It's pretty shitty feeling.
Yeah.
And I think those two took priority over losing your hair.
Right. So yeah, that's good. Yeah, I think it's usually the first step that a lot of people fail on, but
yeah, it's unfortunate because all you have to do is talk.
Yeah.
Like you don't have to whine about it. You don't have to like be a baby. Like if you legit have something that's concerning, talk about it.
Right.
And it's just don't whine about it. Like if you have stuff coming to you one after the other, you gotta handle it.
Yeah.
But you also have to talk to someone. And that's what a lot of men have a problem with. Where women, they just chat all the time. They're all about their feelings. Legit, man.
Yeah.
Read what is it? Men are from Mars, women are from Venus, or something like that.
Yeah.
Like it gives you a lot of insight.
Yeah. No, that's true. Every time girls do talk about that, that's the practice that they have in communicating their own, like whatever is going on inside, right? But for men, it's just like gotta keep moving on, gotta keep charging. Yeah.
Gotta provide. Gotta keep moving. Yeah, that was a good scenario though. That was a tough one.
Yeah. Hey, so did you get any lifting done today or what?
No, today's rest day.
Yeah. How many rest days do you get per week?
1 to 2.
1 to 2.
1 to 2. Usually 2, but some days have a little bit more energy, so I do like a active rest day.
Okay.
Where I'd go for a walk, like a minimum 5-kilometer walk.
Yeah.
Depending on the weather. But,
do you still do a lot of CrossFit training, or is it just basically what you make up for the day?
Well, right now I kind of let my friend take the reins on the programming for it.
Okay.
But like I guess it's CrossFit. It's more like we're very strategic with our training. So we do our strength, which is usually either Olympic lifting or power.
Right.
So like back squat, cleans, snatch, stuff like that.
Cool.
And then we do a metabolic conditioning piece, which usually puts you on your ass, but and then from there we do accessory work, so like strict pull-ups, strict handstand push-ups, a little gymnastic stuff.
Yeah.
Or more bar work, just to focus on technique.
Right.
Yeah. How are you doing with your fitness? You were saying earlier that you fell off the train. Huh?
I did. Yeah, it's not going well for me. I went pretty hard like 3 weeks ago for a long time. And then I don't know, things got busy with life and I had other things. I'm all right.
That's like the number one you're all right.
I'm all right.
That's like the biggest excuse is life got busy. Bro, you got 30 minutes to do a workout.
Yeah, it's true. I
can make you 30-minute workouts and you'll be like shredded.
My workouts are actually usually around 30 to 40 minutes. So I do a lot of like calisthenic workouts because I don't like, obviously with lockdown, a lot of people can't even go to the gym, but like even when we could, I didn't go to the gym. So I do a lot of like pull up. I do have some weights, so I try to do a little bit of that, but I'm thinking of getting I think it's called an Indian club or something like that, where it's like a long metal stick and then you do like movements with it.
Oh,
it's like weighted stick. Some like have like a ball on top of it.
Yeah, it's like a longer kettlebell type thing, right?
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Yeah.
I would suggest getting a kettlebell first or 2 kettlebells.
Yeah, I have kettlebells. I don't have that one. So
I
I
think
feel
that
like that might do a lot of like calisthenic workouts too. So
I feel like you should get dumbbells, like heavier dumbbells.
yeah, like I think the heaviest one I have is 25.
Yeah,
so
you need like 50s.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you can do like dumbbell snatch, like all that stuff. But yeah, like I think the one thing that I would want the most if I were to get like a garage gym going, it would be barbell.
Okay.
Like just a barbell with bumper weights up to let's say 205 pounds. So that's 245s, 225s, and then 210s. And then you have your bar. And you could do, because you don't have to drop it, right?
Yeah.
So you can do like your deadlifts, you could do your cleans, your front squats, back squats, all that stuff. Because you can literally pick it up if you're good in the clean. You clean it and then you put it on your back or front squat, right?
Right.
But yeah, I think that's the biggest thing that I would want.
Is that like a dream of yours to start like a garage gym?
Actually,
have like a workout program going?
Yeah, like I would say my dream is to actually have a gym.
Yeah.
But only have it enough for people. Like I don't want to make a huge
like
business.
You don't want yeah.
Like I want it like my friends and family to come. They pay what like I don't know, like $50 a month or something, and it covers everything.
Yeah, because the moment you have a lot of people coming, then you gotta adhere to like BS, right? You get like a bunch of other rules and regulations.
Well, like I know people right now that they rent like a warehouse space, small square footage,
right?
But they're not classified as a business, so they don't have to shut down, right? Which is what I want. So you get like a bunch of people paying for this space and having an account to like put money in for like new equipment or for maintenance, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then you just go work out whenever you want.
Yeah. That's good.
Yeah. That's
how crazy is it though? Like the weights are so expensive now.
Oh,
like it literally like tripled in the past year.
Yeah, like it used to be
like $1 per pound, right? Basically, maybe a little bit more.
Yeah, right now it's like 2.5.
Yeah, it's insane.
I think it's 2.5.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, if you go look on like Facebook Marketplace or Kijiji, good luck finding anything. Good luck.
Yeah. And every time I try to buy one actually on a store, it's like, oh, we're all sold out. You gotta wait like 3 weeks.
Like shut your mouth. Buy me. Go find some and sell them to me. That's all I want.
Yeah.
And then if you buy them like over the border, you have to pay duty by weight.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
It's crazy. I actually looked into like making a DIY like weights and stuff. Like you basically pour concrete on like a mold.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty cool, but I don't have a space to do that kind of stuff.
They do that in there's like a little outside gym in Africa, I think.
Okay.
I saw
like outdoors.
Yeah, like I saw a guy who's training for the games and stuff for CrossFit. And he had like concrete like weights. And it's pretty cool.
That's sick.
Tangent.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's I would like to own a gym.
I could see you as a gym owner.
Yeah, I gotta make enough money to buy a gym first.
How much do you like? What's the upstart cost for like a garage gym? You think?
Like just for the equipment, or everything?
Yeah, everything.
Well, in London, an average space would be what? Like, let's say $2,000 a month.
Right, like for rent.
Yeah. So $2,000, and then you would need. I would say $10,000 would get you comfortable with everything you need.
That's it?
Yeah, $10,000.
Okay.
And that
So
gets you anything. Like
right.
anything you think of.
Yeah.
That's your rig that's mounted to the wall. That's like multi-rig, right?
Right.
So that's like, let's say 3 stations, three
Yeah.
squat stations.
Right.
Um, your weights will be the bulk of the cost.
Right.
And then, because you want, like, I would say if it's just you, you probably want
Yeah.
up to like 400, 405 pounds. That's,
Right.
yeah, actually more than that. You probably want more than that. Probably.
Yeah.
But
Even if it's like 20 grand, but the rent, you need to have, like, if you were to have 20 people, then they would need to pay like $100 per month to at least break even. But if you had 30 or 40 people, then that's $50 a month.
yeah, like
Right.
it all depends on the space and where it is, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, and that's like, I don't know if that's a high estimate or a low estimate for 2 grand a
Mm-hmm.
month.
Mm-hmm.
But then there's also like, say you buy a house and you build a shop, you pour
Right.
the concrete, you get
Yeah.
your 3 mil, I think it's three, I don't know, rubber flooring, right?
Yeah.
And then you put, let's say, 2 squat stations in there, and then you have
Yeah.
room for like bar muscle ups, stuff like that. Like that would be the ideal, because then
Yeah.
you don't have to pay anything.
Yeah. It'll be good to have like outdoor space too, to have like tires and ropes and all
Hmm.
of the other stuff that you can do outdoors.
Yeah, a guy that has like a really nice setup is Josh Bridges.
Yeah.
Like his setup is amazing. And
Is it like a mom and pop shop kind of feel?
yeah, like it's like a miniature barn at the back of his
Mm,
house.
sick.
Yeah, and it's like in the city.
I see.
Pretty dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a dream. Yeah. What, like, are you ever gonna go to a gym again?
Probably not. No.
You're just gonna stay small.
Um, like,
That's not kind.
oh, like you were kind to me, sir.
I'm always kind.
No, you're not. Who's
Yeah.
kinder, you or me?
I don't want to answer
I
that.
like what?
I don't want to answer that.
I like never make fun of you.
Said no one ever.
Yeah. Yeah, probably not.
Why? Just because of the fee or like?
Yeah, the fee is the biggest thing. Like I don't like monthly payments and stuff like that. Like I'd rather just buy my own stuff and kind of build my own inventory slowly.
Yeah, that'd be good. Like I'm trying to persuade, because I work out of my friend's garage right now,
Yeah.
and I try I'm trying to persuade him and another friend of mine,
Yeah.
just to go in on weights. So we don't pay for membership to borrow the weights that we have,
Right. Right.
and we just save like $150 a month each.
Right.
And it'd be pretty dope.
So can you like work out anytime you want at this person's like house?
So he gave me the passcode to his garage. I just have to let him
Okay.
know when I'm
Yeah.
going. Like,
Yeah.
let's say, like tomorrow, let's say he's at work
Yeah.
because he's a firefighter. So
Okay.
he doesn't work tomorrow, but as an
Right.
example, so I just tell him, hey, I'm going over. I'm heading there, and it's usually around 4:30, 5 o'clock,
Yeah.
and then I work out until 6:30, 7 o'clock.
Right.
Then you shut everything down, lock it up. There's a passcode, and you're good.
Cool. What
Yeah.
part of town is it?
It's
I
in
guess we could talk
it's
about that
yeah,
offline, but yeah.
it's not in London.
Okay. London, England, right? Right.
Yeah, right.
Cheerios.
Bloody hell.
All right. Cool.
Oh yeah, man. But
Um,
there's like, back onto like the I'm all
yeah.
right. one really good thing that I do
Right.
is train. Like if I'm upset or if I'm just having a hard week
Yeah.
or like super stressed or something drastic happens,
Right.
like the workouts that I program and that my friend program
Yeah.
are designed for mental fortitude.
Mm.
Like they kick the shit out of you. Like a girl that I'm seeing right now, like she's seen me where my legs don't work. Like
Right.
we'll be walking and then all of a sudden they give out. And she's like, "You gotta stop doing this." I'm like, "No, I need to
Yeah.
do this."
I think it's like, honestly, like guys have more testosterone, right? Like that's like biologically a fact. And
Mm.
especially nowadays when we are just stuck indoors all day watching in front of a screen,
Oh
like
man.
you shouldn't be winding down with like gaming because you are basically staring at your screen for the whole day, right? So you need to step out and actually do some physical thing to interact with your hands, with your feet, and like sweat. Like that should be how you wind down. And like
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
because
that's
you
what you're
have all
talking
the
about, right?
yeah, like you have all this pent
Yeah,
up energy. So like my daily routine is
yeah,
literally like, and if it's, let's say it's nice out, right?
yeah,
So it's like hot, you go for a walk, whatever.
yeah,
So I work, and then from after work, I go directly to training.
yeah,
I don't think about it. I like it's just I go to training. Like there's days where I look at like my gym bag and I'm like, I don't want to do this.
yeah,
But then I was like, no, I should probably just go, just get there.
right.
Won't even change until I get there. I just get there. As soon as I sit down, I'm like, well, there's the bar, there's the weight. Looks like I'm doing something. I'm here. And so
Yeah,
like so I train for about hour and a half to 2 hours. And then from there, I depending if it's a if it's a leg workout, I go for a
yeah,
walk just to flush
right.
the legs.
Yeah,
Um, so then I go for a walk for like in whatever forest, whether it's Parkwood or Meadow Lily, stuff like that.
yeah,
And then from there, if I have enough time, I go and game for a bit because I already did all my stuff.
yeah, yeah. And that's fine. Like, yeah, you already did all your stuff and now
Yeah,
you're do whatever you want.
yeah.
But
But
yeah,
then,
I think it's important to do some physical exercise like every day.
mm,
Yeah. Like,
like,
and having a dog actually helps a lot for me. Sorry to like cut you
yeah,
off. Like,
yeah,
because like if you truly don't have that motivation to like do it, like having a dog will like force you because like if I don't take Logan out, like he's a 2-year-old German Shepherd,
mhm.
like he's gonna be just yeah, just crazy indoors. So like you like he forces me to like get out of the house 4 times a day, and like the one
What?
time is like for a long time. Yeah, yeah.
You go out
So
4 times a day,
yeah.
like for walks?
So okay, let me rephrase. Like morning is just for like you
Yeah,
gotta like you wake up and you gotta go pee.
yeah,
Uh, Lunchtime I take him out to a park and like do like throw around.
yeah.
Right after work I do that again, and then at nighttime I go for a long walk with him. So like yeah, like he forces me to at least have that routine lifestyle so that I'm not like if I didn't have Logan, I think I would have some days I would have had just 24 hours indoors looking in front of a screen. And that's like that can't help if you are dealing with depression. Like you gotta like get yourself out of
Mm.
that mentality of I'm looking at a screen 24/7. Like you gotta do something outside of that, right?
Yeah, you do. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's, I think, I wouldn't say like a dog is a good supplement, but for you it is because you like you're established, you have your
Yeah.
routine. But like, yeah, like people just need to get out and do stuff.
Yeah. I
That's the
agree.
biggest problem.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, man. Or we're reaching up to, actually I think we're just over 8:30, right? Yeah.
Yeah. It's about time. That was a good first episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was pretty nice. It was
Yeah. I mean, you didn't cry for once, so I think that's a win for sure.
I don't cry.
Usually our phone call end with you in tears and
Of
there's moping
laughter.
sometimes, but
I know where you live.
Yeah. No, you don't.
You're right. You moved.
Yeah. But I'm sure you can find out.
Well, I can.
Yeah.
But yeah. But for anyone that's watching and future viewers, like we do this live every Tuesday, Thursday. We agreed at 7:30 Eastern, right? 7:30 EST for about an hour. Come chat, come hang out with us. If you have questions, come in our chat when we're online, or even leave it in the comments below.
Yeah, we'll check the comments, get some questions.
Yeah, and if you like this, like hit that like button, subscribe, like it helps a lot. But yeah, we'll see you in the next one.
All right, man.
Peace out.
Yeah.